Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, yesterday I introduced a new topic, the trade in agricultural produce. So whatever these small farmers produce, how do they sell in the market, and what kind of events occur in selling these agricultural produce, we try to understand. And we try to understand with an example of Gauri, who wakes up early in the morning at 4 a.m. She goes to the nearby town. She purchases from the wholesale market some vegetables, the seasonal vegetables. Then she keeps the load at home, and one after the other load she keeps on going from door to door and selling these vegetables. So let us try to understand the Gauri's financial status, how she tries to keep up with the day-to-day needs, and how does she purchases from the wholesaler, how does she repays. And we have seen tomatoes, at what cost she purchases and at what cost she sells in the market. She purchases at 100 rupees and she sells in the market in day-to-day, in door-to-door sale. She sells them at 150. That means 15 rupees per kg she keeps on selling, but she bought them at 10 rupees per kg. And vendors like Gauri lead a very difficult life, and they are chronically in debt, because these vegetables will spoil very quickly. If you doesn't sell them the same day or in a day or two, then automatically they get rotten. If you keep vegetables outside for 2 days, will they get completely dried up or not? The same thing happens even with this also, in the case of Gauri also. So most of these vegetable vendors are chronically means continuously. Debt means taking loan. Okay, so they continuously owe to somebody, because their business is not that profitable. Since they borrow money from money lenders at high interest, and the banks will not lend them because they don't have any assets. Okay, अगर उन लोगों को कुछ जायदाद है तो वो लगाया तो बैंक में लोन देते. बैंक में ये तो बहुत गरीब लोग हैं, और बैंक भी इन लोगों को मदद नहीं करती. बैंक will not help them even. So even secondly, they do not have any facilities to preserve the unsold vegetables. As I was telling you, if the refrigerator or cold storages are there, they can store their vegetables so that they will not spoil. We keep all our vegetables in the refrigerator in our house, isn't it? So in this case, it is not possible, because they are very small farmers and poor people, so they don't have the refrigerator at home. And they can also borrow money from the banks at low interest rate, but banks will not come forward to give the loan. For that reason, self-help groups, SHGs, are there, Dwakra groups, which are lending loans at a low rate of interest now. Thus they earn a very small income, whereas the big traders have cold storages, they have godowns, and even for big traders, banks will give them loan. Thus they make much profit even. They make more profits, and they become richer day by day, whereas the small traders become very poor. So that is the situation of a small vendor as well as a big vendor. If you look at the weekly market, yesterday I was telling you about a weekly market called as Santa. In towns, every day we have market, or otherwise we go to the Reliance Fresh or Spencer's, and we get all our vegetables and fruits and required curd and other things. But whereas in the villages they have weekly market. In the entire week, one day they will have a market, and that is called as Santa. What it is called as? Santa, children. Santa. It is a Telugu word, okay, Santa, which mean weekly market. Weekly market it is. Weekly market. So do you know that